Some damn good water. Spring water. Don't drink purified water. Spring water is the natural pH in which your body is supposed to process the water. Spring water. Anyway, so I don't hear anyone ever talk about this stuff, and it's super important. This is answering service. When you're new in this, maybe like what not when you very first start off, but once you get some clients and you're doing some work every week, you should really, really look into an answering service. It's very awesome. I'm getting mine set up right now. It's very affordable. I think the plan starts as low as 30 minutes, 30 minutes a month for like $40. And then every minute over that is $1.37 a minute. And it comes with a log. You can view how many minutes are being used, who's calling, etc. And also, if you have a CRM software, like for me, I use the Customer Factor. What they do is they'll punch all that information directly into my CRM software. So I'm in the field washing, and I get an email saying you have another interested prospect, and they've already been talked to. They've talked to a live person. The live person has collected their information, and all I got to do is call back and say, hey, I want to stop by and do an estimate real quick. Are you around, or what have you? And you can do estimates within 24 hours. Just you get the message and you call them back. So the reason why this is so awesome, especially if you're kind of a smaller guy, is this makes your company look huge. Every time someone calls, they get a different person. Very professional. They're trained to be professional. You can tweak the script to say what you want. You can give them certain rebuttals. So maybe clients typically ask, what is the going rate for a house wash or something like that? You can have them rebuttal with, I know the house washes start at $2.99, but I'm going to have one of our technicians give you a call back here shortly and discuss more of that with you. You can have rebuttals like that set up. My business really, really, really started working well. Like it was getting the answering service last year was so beneficial. I can't even describe it. I didn't think it would be that beneficial. I thought it would help, but it was amazing because when you don't have the jobs, all you're doing is looking at your phone, wishing this thing would start ringing. But when you start getting jobs and you get overwhelmed and there's a lot going on, sometimes you wish this thing would shut up because you don't feel like answering the phone. I mean, just think about it. Go throughout your day. How many times do you get a phone call and you're like, I don't, I'll talk to him later, or you want to hit the ignore button. You can't do that with clients. You literally just ruin the relationship because like a first impression. Here, let me open the chat. First impression is everything. So this is just one step to how you are going to stand out from your competition, because your competition, chances are, I don't know. Your competition, chances are, it's for me, there aren't any like huge, massive companies with like office girls answering the phone. So a lot of the times when people call me, they'll say they called other people and they didn't even answer the phone. It went straight to voicemail. So now I just beat all my competition by putting an answering service in place. This answering service runs 24/7, 365 days a year. And my phone is never going to not get answered. And that's huge. If you, some of you got wives. If your wife can answer the phone every single time, she's not busy chasing kids around or doing dishes or what have you, and I hope that didn't sound sexist, then awesome. But I know even if you have a wife, sometimes there's a lot of home stuff going on and she can't answer the phone. What else is super cool about it? You're not answering the phone. Okay, so every time the phone's getting answered, it's scripted. It's very professional. So when you're in the field, you might get a phone call and you're like, oh crap, I gotta answer this. Hello? Like all they hear is like power washers blowing and you running around like a chicken with his head cut off, and it's chaotic, and you're like, yeah, let me get this. What's your email? Oh no, my hands are wet. It's not working on the phone. And then you're like forgetting some of the things you really want to be saying. This answering service stuff is huge. It's really important to it's really important, like in the growth of your business. I turned mine off. I turned mine off in August. Was it August or September? Either way, I turned it off, and like the season continued. I thought the season was over, and I thought I was going to lose my mind. It was insane. But yeah, it's beautiful, especially if you pair it with the customer factor. So the way the customer factor works is you have your answering service in place. They call, and then the customer, once that information is entered, you enter the prospect's information, you can set up the customer factor to send an automated email instantly as soon as it's entered. So they'll get an email right after the call. It might say something like, hey, you know, thanks for giving us a call. I hope you, something, thanks for giving us a call. I just want to let you know I'm going to be contacting you here shortly, and we'll set up a time to do an estimate. We'll get this estimate done within 24 hours. And this is the stuff that separates you. This is where you start standing out from your competition, and you take over. You literally take over. It's so huge to be able to just answer the phone. I would go to jobs and they would be like, oh my goodness, that girl Lacey in your office, she is a sweetheart. She is so nice. I just love her to death. And I'm like, I don't even know who Lacey is, but I just usually say something like, oh yeah, they're nice. It's a nice, she's, they're nice girls or something. But I'll get you guys set up. I'm going to actually, I didn't even plan on doing this video. I'm going to talk to my answering service and let them know that I have this YouTube channel with, a significant amount of small business subscribers. I'm going to talk to them and, see if I can get a deal put together for you guys, a type of promo. Maybe we can do like a discounted rate, like if you subscribe and through John Lang, you'll get a little deal. So let me look into that. But honestly, if you don't want to wait for that, you can use any answering service. My first year, the answering service I used was called the Phone Nanny, and that was out of Florida. And they were great people, but it was a small company. It was it wasn't a new answering service, but it was a very small answering service. They had six employees, all family related, and it was a little unorganized. And the way that worked was it was $100 a month, and it included 100 calls. They didn't charge by the minute; they charged by call. So if the call connected with them, it was considered a call, and it was $1. So you got 100 calls, and if it went over that, it was $1 a call. So it's basically $1 phone call. And you might think $100 a month, that's ridiculous, but think about what you would pay an office girl to sit in the office and do that, to answer a phone. If you're lucky, $8 an hour, but no one's going to stick around for $8 an hour these days. But you get where I'm going with that. You'd be paying over $100 a week. So this answering service is genius. It's honestly really cool. It's just a cool business motto. Yeah, I talked to actually, I gotta call him back. He wanted me to call him. That's a good point, Connor. I gotta call him back too. I feel like I'm always calling people. Crap, I do have to call him. I forgot about that. I had an issue with the customer factor that he was going to fix for me. So also another thing I just did, let me read my email. I wish I could screen share real quick, but I don't want to set that up right now. It's just another program I bought that I don't even use. Let's see. So I sent out this email, and I suggest you guys doing the same. By the way, collect email addresses every single time you talk to a client. You got to do that. I really don't know how you can run a super smooth business without the customer factor or something equal to it, something like it, because the amount of stuff this does is amazing. But you guys will figure it out. See, certain programs, you look at things like, oh, that's another, that's another bill. I can't afford that. I can't afford that. But the amount of revenue it brings in by purchasing these things, it's free. The program's essentially free. The customer factor is so valuable to me, I would gladly pay $100 a month for the customer factor. Okay, here it is. I want to read an email. This is a very simple email. That's another thing when you do emailing or anything like that, try to focus on keeping things simple and short and easy to read. If you start getting too long with it and long-winded, people lose interest. So let me read this to you real quick because I've already received 5 emails back and I sent this out 2.5 hours ago. So it says, hey, first name. There's a little code, percent first name. So whatever, it's a mass email, and whoever it is, their name will pop up on the other end. So it looks a little more personal. Spring is right around the corner. I'm shooting out an email to all of our previous clients who are due for cleaning. We are already 75% booked out for March 2019, and I want to get ahead of this spring rush. If you are planning on calling us for a cleaning, please let me know right now. I would like to go ahead and get you on the schedule for early April. Respond to this email or just give me a call. You'll receive $90 off any service over $500 or 10% off total bill, whichever offer benefits you more. And then in italics, I can only run this offer for a limited time. Give me a call and let's discuss options. No strings attached. Best regards, John Lang, Wally's Professional Services, 815-76 beep 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 beep. That's that. What's up, Thomas Justice? Hey, John Lang. Been watching you quite a while. Like what you're doing. Keep up the good work. Cheers to that. So let's read off some of the things. I should be getting a little kickback for all this customer factor mumbo jumbo, but no, I love them guys. The customer factor, it's a great squad, and it's a very fair priced CRM software. New release, GPS tracking. So now we can do GPS tracking so it's an online service. So there's a customer factor app. So now we can set it up so it's GPS. So when employees are using the customer factor, it's GPS. So I know where there's going. That's pretty cool. Big proposal modifications. You can just do some more editing with the big proposal. PDF version of the big proposal. So some prospects may want you to send them a PDF version. So that's cool. Big proposal print and save options, email/text message preferences for automated appointment reminders and thank you emails and text messages. Some customers may want to receive an email and some may want to receive text message. So now you can do that. Customer estimate drip emails. For a while now, we've had prospect drip emails where you can set up multiple automated emails to be sent to set prospects. We don't want to build for customers. Not everyone wanting an estimate is a prospect. Good point. So what that is drip emails. So that's another beautiful thing. Drip emails is where you send out a bid and then you have it scheduled. So after 3 days, they get an email saying, hey, how are you? everything going all right? Just following up with the proposal I sent you. Did you get a chance to read it? Which, by the way, it tells you if they read the proposal or not. Did you get a chance to read it? I just wanted to see if you had any questions. We'll talk to you soon. Still no word back? Let's send one out another 5 days later. You preset the days, how many you want to send out. You can send out 6 of them if you want, 6 drips. You could do one every week, every week after an estimate, send out an email. I really don't think you need 6. I personally use like 2 or 3. At one point I had it maxed out. I was using everything and it got out of hand because I would have a client email me and say, hey, I'm just thinking about it. I'm just thinking about it. I'm still, we're interested. We just got some other things we got to take care of. And I'll email back, okay, great, no problem. And I would forget to take them off of the automation, turn the automation off, and then they're getting bombarded with all these emails still, and it's kind of rude. Let's see, what's another cool thing they do? Text message drips, book it, schedule it buttons. Yeah, man, it's a trip. Free web hosting. What? You're able to enjoy free web hosting for up to 3 websites. I have 3 websites. So you're telling, okay. So the customer factor essentially is, how much do you pay for hosting? I pay $30 a month. If you use GoDaddy or something, you could probably spend between 10, 15, 20 a month. So if they're offering free hosting, you can just host your website through them and have the customer factor for $45 a month. So now I'm going to see about switching this over, and now I'm essentially only paying $15 a month for the customer factor. But yeah, dude, I feel like no one cares about the answering service. What's some other cool things? Oh, let's say you got one phone, right? And you still get personal calls. You can adjust the answering service to ring on your phone. So when you get a call, it'll still ring 1 or 2 times on your phone, however many times you want to choose. It could be 1, 2, 3. You'll get, your phone will ring, so you have a chance to answer it before it goes to the answering service. So if it's a personal call, let me answer that real quick. That's what I do. So I choose the lowest plan. I get probably 200 calls a month, and I choose the lowest plan, which is like $40 a month. That's 30 minutes, and then every additional minute is $1.37. So what I'll do is try to grab as many calls as I can, the personal calls, and I'll just let all the business calls go to them. I'm going to try it that way. If it makes more sense to up the plan, then I will. But just starting off with these guys, I'm going to use the lowest one and try to go about it that way. And then when you purchase higher plans, like 100 minutes or 200 minutes, then the cost per minute, if you go over, is less. What's up? What's everyone doing, man? Talk on the chat. Oh, and just let's do a recap on, I was just talking to someone about this. I've been pretty good about responding to messages and stuff on Facebook. Not on my personal one or my business page, but the Wash Life page or the Wash Life group. I don't know why. But when I'm live, I'm so bad at pulling stuff up. Whatever. Hmm. Um, their mobile app isn't really that great. I could pull it up. It's kind of outdated almost. It's kind of a bummer. It does the mobile app. You can do so much more stuff online with the customer factor than your phone. But if you really want your business to grow, and I mean, I do a lot on my phone, but if you really want your business to grow and become organized, you just got to get a computer and start doing stuff on your computer. There's no way around it. I get it though. When I started, I literally didn't even have a computer for like the first year of my business. Everything was done on my phone, and it was hell sometimes. Um, but yeah, you can look at your calendar. You can add a job estimate, personal appointment, or task. Um, the Here's the thing: the customer factor mobile app works good. You can create estimates, schedule jobs, do all that stuff. But I think the customer factor works best. So you can even clock in. So you can clock in for whatever. I don't really use that, but you can clock in, and then like on a job, you can click starting job and leaving job. So then you can figure out how long it takes for each one. And this stuff just really comes in handy, especially once you get employees. Employees using this is really cool. You can even do automated emails to your employees. So every morning when you wake up, or when they wake up, they get a summary, like a summary report of all the work that's to be done. So they kind of can plan in their head, what's next. I'm about to join a service with unlimited phone calls, minutes, text messaging, calls out, and business address with packages. Yeah, let's see what that is, Connor. I want to look into it because it sounds too good to be true. Text messaging, call out, business address with package receiving. I don't understand how that works. They give you a business address and they can receive packages. How do they give you a business address? What if it's not near me? Opus virtual office. Opus? I heard someone talking about Upwork. What's up? Or was it Upwork? I don't know. Okay. The bandit signs are garbage. No, I'm just kidding. Let's check this out. Opus virtual office. Where are you guys from? Drop in the comments where you're from while I look at this real quick. Aurora is kind of far from me, but I got a friend that goes out there quite a bit. I could just like send her to get my stuff. 37 minutes away. Oh, guess what? I haven't even announced this. Did I announce this? I got a Chem Supplier now. Yeah. I posted on the group. I forget his name. If I look on the messages, I would find it. Or maybe it was Snapchat. But I posted on the group that I was struggling with a Chem Supplier. And I swear I looked everywhere. Called so many people, it was messed up. I called all the pool supply stores within like a 30-mile radius of me. I called the people that some of them just said no. Some of them would say they'd call me back, and some of them would give me another number to call. I would call the other number. They would give me some Buck Rogers estimate, or they would say no. Like people were trying to charge me like 20% more per gallon if I bought in bulk rather than buying it in a container, a single gallon bleach container. I was like, what? That makes no sense. So, but anyway, after a bunch of searching, I found a guy who was giving me he's hooking it up with a 275-gallon tote. It's a dollar. I want to say $1.87. Wait, did I just read $1.87 somewhere? Let's look this up. Shit, what's his name? Am I in the right email? Okay. Okay. Mike? Was it Mike? See, all right, I got to call the customer factor. This is the exact problem I had. I just looked this up, and that mass email I sent out like 3 emails to every person, 3 of the same email. Every couple minutes, it sent the same email. Why? Okay, so let's see the price. $1.89 a gallon. Ah! I'm so excited about that. Delivery charge $50. So $1.89 a gallon, $50 delivery charge. We will donate a tote. So no tote deposit. Some places were trying to give me a crazy deposit for a tote. I'm like, dude. And I'm stoked about this. So we'll have it set up with a little like 12-volt pump, and we'll literally just fill up our chem like we're at the gas station. That's called, does anyone struggle with getting an SH supplier for bulk? Because these guys know, these guys are around. What do you think about those bandit signs? Oh, I already read that. I don't like them. I mean, they're all right. How much are they? How much do they cost? Cincinnati, Ohio. I've been to Cincinnati before. Jersey, Mr. Lang Lang. Jersey. Oh, Ken. Ken and Jonathan, are you guys friends or foe? South Florida. Hey, what's up, man? I've been watching your videos and now I'm buying equipment starting to spring. That's what I like to hear. Texas. I see you doing your thing. Yeah, that's me. They do mail forwarding to your weekly, daily, monthly. Do the spam calls count against your answered calls with the answering service? Yeah, with the answering service that I am with the one that I was using, yes, it would. With this one, I'm charged per minute. So that's a question I should have. Is a minute, does it count for a minute if it's only 30 seconds used, or is it literally a time clock? But yeah, that's kind of why I'm setting this up to where it'll ring 1 or 2 times before it goes to them. But regardless, if it is a spam, say you get 20 spam calls, then they charge you, it's going to cost you $20 or so, 20 or $30. And it sucks, but at least you're not answering the phone calls. I would probably pay 20 or $30 to not answer bullshit phone calls all month. I don't know, the way I look at it, it seems like a lot sometimes when you're like, thinking about it, but think of the office girl. Think of having an office girl sitting in the office answering phone calls. Are you really going to wait until your business is that big to where you can hire an office girl and pay her $10 an hour to answer phone calls and stuff? Or are you going to use an answering service where they'll charge $1 or $2 for a phone call? Is basically what it breaks down to. I will happily give somebody $1 to answer the phone for me, because it's very tough when you're in the field, and it's very organized, and it puts on a great impression for your clients. When that phone is answered every single time and they never go to voicemail, that's huge. I don't think people realize how huge that is. Like you can't miss the phone. It's not an option. And the reality is when you're working, you're going to miss the phone, even if you're trying not to. You're going to have to put it in the car to charge. You're going to be washing and it's in your pocket and you don't hear it or you don't feel it, or it's going to happen. So it would be a very smart move to just get an answering service. Do I know Mike Hunt? I love those. There was a really funny one I heard. I can't remember it now. The rent collector. $1.85 a gallon, 12.5 fresh daily delivered is what I'm getting. Finally catch you live. Keep up the good work. Carlos, where are you from, bro? Where are you from? Baltimore, Maryland, Dallas, Texas. 24 bucks for 5 gallons. That's like $5 a gallon, right? Seems like a lot. Where'd you say you were from, Mr. Rodriguez? Jersey. You Jersey boys. You're always paying a bunch of money for stuff. Grasshopper. What's Grasshopper? Trailer, pickup truck, or van that could hold the weight. Of what? It varies that much, 10.5 to 13%. I tell that guy to kick rocks. Sorry. But that's huge. That's a huge variance. I get my stuff's 15% delivered. High quality. Quality over quantity in everything you do. Remember that. Oh, Grasshopper phone service. Let's see. What are the prices? Virtual assistant. I want to look into does anyone know anything about virtual assistants? Oh, I can get a toll-free number? What if there's too many words in Wash Life? What would be a good toll-free number? 1-800 Wallies? 1-800 wash me. Did it work? 1-800 wash me works. I'm gonna buy it. Doesn't. Okay, so hot is 17%. Ooh! No, Connor, it's not unacceptable. I'm just busting your chops. I feel like that's a large variance, though. If it's coming from a big supplier, it should be coming out hot. As you can see, my friend here, the rent collector, said it has came 17%. My guy guarantees it's going to be like 15% coming in. So I would be super skeptical. Like, why is this 10.5 to 13%? It's very odd. It almost seems like he's selling you the bottom, the old stuff. That's what it sounds like. He's selling you the stuff that's about to expire. But I'm just guessing. Anyone know? Jersey. Hey, it's worth a shot. I don't know, but Jonathan, you should look into. I Googled. I remember when I was first searching. I Googled buying sodium hypochlorite in bulk or something like that, and a Jersey company popped up, and I called them, and they were selling it for around $3 a gallon, I think, or something. So it's better for your situation, but they wouldn't have been able to deliver it to me at a competitive rate because of how far I was. Look into Hawkins. Hawkins, I think that's what it's called. Would I rather have a setup on a trailer, pickup truck, or van? I haven't tried the van, but I'm going to. I'm doing that this year. Hawkins water treatment. Yeah, we're in Illinois, so unless this is some international group, maybe. But the location I'm talking to is in Illinois. I got to get off of here at 3. I wasn't going to stay on here this long, but I already have, so I might as well just stay till 3. Yeah, dude, the truck is sweet. I love that little truck setup. It's very convenient. You can just drive it around, not much to worry about. Downsides of the truck. It's in there. It's not easily to remove and take out. So, like you just got your stuff always in there, and it's like, ugh. But if it's a work truck, it's all right. But the thing is, when I first started, my work truck was my personal vehicle too. So I had to haul around my power wash stuff everywhere I went, everything I did. And it just kind of sucks. But I love that little truck setup. I'm going to end up probably, I built this big elaborate pallet, and I think I'm just going to simplify it to what I had when I first started, which was just plywood and some 2x4, like a 2x4 frame. So there was like a nice little gap like this in sections, so I could throw my wands or whatever underneath it. And then I just had everything on the pallet, and I like that because it was kind of sunken in a little more. It's a little harder to reach in there and start the machine, but that's about it. Because when you pull the hose off the reel, it just flows over the truck, the edge of the truck, so it's fine. And it's actually nicer to like deal with your batches. Like if you're got your 5-gallon bucket of chem, you're down in the truck. Whereas with my pallet, I had it up on level with the truck, so the bucket's up here, and I'm tall, so it worked for me. But everyone else around me is shorter, and it was kind of a pain in the ass. So I actually think I like the lower pallet. And it's simpler because you can just build it simple, and you can actually slide it in and out. The one that I have is a permanent pallet. It's like shaped to fit the actual truck, and it doesn't come out easily at all. So yeah, truck pallet is really cool, especially if you make it nice and simple to just slip right in between the wheel wells. And then you got some extra space to store whatever, your chem, and you could get a little more, you could design it in a way where there's little cutouts so your chem buckets could sit in there or something. I don't know. Truck builds are really cool. I like it. I like the idea of simplifying it, keeping everything nice and snug and compact and clean. The van is what I'm really looking forward to. It's going to be kind of a headache. I can already tell with plumbing and the tight corners, and it's all going to be stuffed, and I got to redirect exhaust. But it's going to be worth it, I think. I think it's going to be really worth it. The trailer's cool, but I just have a different plan for it. And I don't like hauling around a huge 16-foot trailer just to go do some house washing. I really wanted a trailer, so I bought one. I really wanted a trailer set up. The reality is I just don't need that. I'm just a big house washer. Yeah, I really feel like, yeah, I don't know. I think a trailer's more for if you're like a hardcore guy, commercial stuff, doing gas stations, car washes, et cetera, et cetera. I got a plan for my trailer, but I mentioned it in another video. If you guys really watch my stuff, it shouldn't be hard to find. I ended up going to YMCA and hotels. That's a good idea. Yeah. Oh, nice. See, I did that too. Well, I didn't do that. I went to one place. It was a country club with a big pool, and he was like, "I just get it from down the street, same place I was getting it." So I was like, "Oh." I started thinking about it. I was like, "Well, they're using it for is pools, so they're good with a few boxes of bleach. They don't really need it in bulk." Hot in the high percent or literally warm. Sorry for new question, and yeah, seems sketchy waiting for others. Yeah, it's hot. Yeah, hot meaning it's a high percent. It's strong. They actually the term hot came from like caustic, like degreasers, using caustic degreasers and then adding boodle or buttle, adding a little of the buttle. I can't pronounce that word. Um, the mix will actually become hot. Like it'll be hot to the touch. That's where the term really came from. Congrats on the 4 month old. Babies are babies are something else. I've got a 11th month old. She's really progressing since this past month. I mean, she's always progressing, but this past month, she's really growing up. She'll be a year, March 21st. I wonder if anyone will remember that. You guys can wish my daughter a happy birthday. Yeah, rent collector. Hey, if you're on Facebook, you should check out the Wash Life group. I'll post a link in the description right now. Actually, no, it's not even on the Wash Life. It is on the Wash Life group. It's just a little harder to find. But go to right there and then select the news tab. We just created a blog, so I'm gonna as I build cool stuff, little catchy systems, just little silly things that I'm always coming up with. I'm going to be posting stuff in our blog and only our blog, not on Facebook, not on whatever, just the blog. It's really just, I mean, you don't have to buy prints to view it, but it's kind of going to be more designed for people who purchase prints from us as like a little incentive, or not incentive, but a little added value. Like, hey, come get some prints. We worked hard on them, and we also have some really cool information over here on our website too. But yeah, the Wash Life mixer is on the blog, the news tab. All the parts you need for it. You know what's funny is my new landlord is a fireman. He's like a SR. Is it SRT? He's like a hardcore fireman. And I signed when I met him at the firehouse to sign the lease, and he was showing me the fire truck and all the cool stuff they do. Fire trucks are amazing. You know those things, those fire trucks can push out 1,500 gallons a minute. I shit you not. They can push out 1,500 gallons a minute out of one pump, one thing. It's just like you can literally just. It's like a 90-degree banjo on steroids out of sit out of the top of the truck, and they can crank and they can just do 1,500 gallons a minute, and it'll shoot. He said like 30 feet or something. You could shoot like 30 feet. He said like when they get dumpster fires, they just pull the truck up to it from a distance and just drench it because like they don't know what's in there, so they just kind of stay their distance and just literally submerge the whole dumpster in water. They just fill the whole thing up in like not even a minute. What's up with the old building you got for the new office? How's that coming? This isn't really an office. I mean, it's my office. This is actually my new place. I got a new house, new place. And then this is just a convenient office. that I have. And then my stuff is at so I got it's like a shop. It's actually like a residential garage, but it's huge. It's like a 4-car garage. It's a 2-car garage and then and then another 2-car shop. And we're gonna have the chem set up over there, the trailer, the trucks, and everything's gonna be over there. But you just got to be careful with it's tucked away in a spot. There's alley access, and then like it's really cool. It's very low key. There's we can operate without causing attention, but you got to be careful running a business and doing too much when you're residential because it's not zoned for a business. So, you just got to be careful. Don't go put like 20 yard signs in your front yard and try to advertise. It doesn't work. Trust me. I tried it. I had the city of, the city patrol, whatever, telling me that I got to take the signs down and I can only have one and I got to, not run my business out of my house. I was like, wow, welcome to America. And what was funny is it was during election time. I was like, dude, these people got like 20 yard signs in their yard of every candidate they can think of. And you're worried about my 4 little house washing, gutter cleaning, power washing, window cleaning. 10-7-3 in a 4-month. Woo! Well, I know one thing for sure. You're going to become a millionaire. You got that to motivate you. And kids. You got the kids. It's like, I have no choice but to make this work. My pit bull birthday is the 21st. Mine is 22nd. Sweet. I used to have a pit bull. Her name was Sadie. She's a sweet dog, but she hated cats. Oh, she would kill. She would kill a cat and not even think about it. I think it's necessary. Some people won't. Oh no, my internet's unstable. Are we good? I think it's necessary. I do. Especially if you're starting and just learning it. Don't try to mess around with that. But what's so wrong with that? Post an ad saying, "Hey, I need some part-time help." You literally just be a helper and X amount of dollars an hour, and all he does is wet things down with H2O. You'd be fine. How to join blog? It's not really a joining thing. Here, let me pull up the website because maybe I'm giving bad advice. Yeah, it says Wash blog right there, top of the page. Wash Life Mixer. And then it shows all the parts. So, we'll just kind of post on there. We just made that tab, I think, yesterday or the day before. Or maybe, yeah, it was recent. But yeah, like I said, the blog, you don't join it really. Like there's going to be kind of exclusive stuff posted on here. When by exclusive, I just mean stuff I'm playing around with, like little, little systems, tips, tricks, things like that. I'm just going to post it on here. And if it fits your business model and you think it might help you out, then you can use it. But it's only going to be on the Wash Life thing because we kind of only want to be adding value to people who are like purchasing prints, because that's really awesome that you purchase prints from us. You don't have to, but you do, and we appreciate it. That's like one of the best ways to support the Wash Life movement, unless you wanted to you know what I'm saying? Unless you wanted to send over a few bucks over there. But yeah, purchasing prints is a great way to support, man. It's really appreciated. Like every time you buy anything, even if it's a couple yard signs, it's very helpful. Helps keep things going. Um, 600 gallons at a time. I don't even know what we were talking about. I don't understand how SH is hazmat. I really don't get that. It's not going to do nothing because it's when it evaporates, it's water and salt, you know. So from the 615, when is the Power Wash Store convention? What is the convention? I'm probably going to be selling a ticket here soon. Oh crap! It's 3 o'clock. I got to go. I'm going to be, well, I don't know. I bought a ticket last year to something right after some other convention because they were selling it for cheap. It was $100, and it's in Branson. I didn't even realize it was in Branson. I don't think because I just don't like Branson. I was there once, and I just didn't like it. But maybe I'll stick to it. I got to make sure. I got to see what it is. I don't want it to be like well, I don't know. I'll bite my tongue. Is your printing company Wash Life? Is your printing company Spark? Didn't even know. Yeah, it's John Lang Wash Life. Okay. Yeah, we created a little Wash Life thing so you can kind of connect it to when you say Wash Life, you think John Lang YouTube. Yeah, I'm not going to that convention. I would like to, but I got I got bigger fish to fry. I'll go to one soon enough. I'll probably go this if there's anything going on this winter, like or after August, I'll go to something. March 1st. March 1st seems to be that magical number for some people. There's a guy in New Jersey in the chat talking about he's washing right now. So I don't know what the temperature is. I know by us it's still freezing. It's not crazy. It's not negative 61 like it was this weekend or whatever, but let's see what the temperature is right now. 32. And we got snow coming, so I probably got to go salt all night. Oh, freezing rain. All right, I got to get out of here. I got to take a shower and go pick my kids up from daycare. And